Welcome to Elevate Edge 247. Let me share with you a great lesson in life. I don't think people understand how crucial setting boundaries is for maintaining our mental and emotional health. We are constantly bombarded with demands on our time and energy from work, family, and social obligations. Without boundaries, we risk burnout, resentment, and unhappiness, which can affect every aspect of our lives. Boundaries protect our well-being and allow us to live fulfilling lives by giving us the space to recharge. Setting boundaries means defining what we will and will not accept from others and being clear about our limits. It means prioritizing our needs and values and making time for what truly matters to us. When we set boundaries, we communicate our limits and create healthy relationships based on mutual respect. Boundaries are not selfish, they are essential for self-care and maintaining our personal space. They allow us to give our best to ourselves and others, ensuring we have the energy to support those we care about. When we feel respected and empowered, we can show up more fully in all areas of our lives, both personally and professionally. By setting clear boundaries, we can create a more balanced and joyful life, free from unnecessary stress. We can reduce stress, improve relationships, and achieve our goals with greater ease and satisfaction. Boundaries are the foundation for a happy and successful life, enabling us to thrive and reach our full potential. Boundaries are necessary in all areas of life, including personal relationships, work, and self-care. Identifying specific areas where boundaries are lacking is key to setting effective boundaries. Start with your closest relationships. Do you have healthy boundaries with your partner, family, and friends? Do they respect your time, opinions, and decisions? Consider your work-life balance. Do you struggle to disconnect from work after hours? Do you feel pressured to work late or on weekends? Setting boundaries around your work time is crucial for preventing burnout. Finally, examine your self-care practices. Do you prioritize your physical and mental health? Do you allow yourself time for relaxation and rejuvenation? Setting boundaries around self-care ensures that you're taking care of your own needs. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, but it gets easier with practice. Start by identifying your limits and communicating them clearly and assertively. Use I statements to express your needs and boundaries. For example, instead of saying, "You always interrupt me," try, "I feel disrespected when I'm interrupted. Please let me finish speaking." Be direct and concise in your communication. Avoid being apologetic or making excuses for setting boundaries. Remember, you have the right to protect your time and energy. Set realistic expectations. You don't have to be perfect at setting boundaries overnight. Start small and gradually increase your comfort level. Celebrate your successes along the way. Communicating your boundaries effectively. Communicating your boundaries effectively is essential for ensuring they are respected. Be clear, direct, and assertive when expressing your limits to others. Choose the right time and place to have the conversation. Find a quiet, private setting where you can speak openly and honestly. Avoid having important conversations when you are stressed or rushed. Use non-verbal cues to reinforce your message. Maintain eye contact, use a firm but friendly tone of voice, and stand or sit in a confident posture. Be prepared for resistance. Some people may not react well to your boundaries initially. Stay calm, reiterate your limits, and be consistent in enforcing them. The benefits of setting boundaries. Setting boundaries offers numerous benefits for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It allows us to create a balanced life where we can thrive. When we establish healthy boundaries, we experience greater peace, joy, and fulfillment in our lives. This sense of balance helps us to focus on what truly matters. Reduce stress and anxiety. Boundaries protect us from taking on too much and feeling overwhelmed. They act as a shield against unnecessary pressures. By setting limits, we create space for self-care and reduce the amount of stress in our lives. This practice ensures we have time to recharge and rejuvenate. Improved relationships. Boundaries foster healthier and more respectful relationships. They help us to communicate more effectively and build trust. When we communicate our needs clearly, others are more likely to respect our limits, leading to stronger bonds. This mutual respect enhances our connections, increases self-esteem and confidence. Setting boundaries empowers us to prioritize our needs and values. It reinforces our sense of self-worth. As we assert our limits and experience the positive results, our self-esteem and confidence grow. This growth encourages us to continue setting healthy boundaries. Overcoming challenges and resistance. While the benefits of setting boundaries are undeniable, you may encounter challenges and resistance along the way. These obstacles can come from both internal and external sources. It's essential to be prepared to navigate these obstacles effectively. Guilt and self-doubt are common feelings that can arise. You may feel guilty or selfish when you first start setting boundaries, especially with people who are used to you saying yes all the time. This is a natural reaction, but it's important to push through it. Remember that prioritizing your needs is not selfish, it's essential for your well-being. Pushback from others is another challenge you might face. Some people may resist your boundaries, especially if they benefit from you not having them. They might try to guilt trip you or argue against your limits. Stay firm, reiterate your limits, and be prepared to enforce them with consequences if necessary. Fear of conflict is another hurdle. Setting boundaries can sometimes lead to conflict, especially if others are not used to respecting your limits. This can be uncomfortable, but it's a necessary part of the process. Remember that healthy conflict can be productive and that asserting your needs is a sign of strength, not weakness. Embrace the process and stay committed to your well-being. Maintaining your boundaries over time. Setting boundaries is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It's important to maintain your boundaries over time, even when it's challenging. Regularly check in with yourself. Periodically assess your boundaries to ensure they are still serving you. As your life changes and evolves, your boundaries may need to adjust as well. Reinforce your boundaries when necessary. Don't be afraid to reiterate your limits if someone pushes back or tries to overstep them. Consistency is key to maintaining healthy boundaries. Practice self-care. Taking care of your physical and emotional well-being is crucial for maintaining strong boundaries. When you are feeling depleted, it's harder to assert your needs and enforce your limits. Remember, maintaining your boundaries is a journey. Stay committed to your well-being. Subscribe for more tips on self-care and personal growth.